Hello. Today we're going to be opening the new Dungeons & Dragons movie? Show? I don't know what it is. They have like different parts to them, but basically they just like open from dice into like dragons or the Beholder. Which I guess is not really a dragon, it's a creature. So we're going to start with the Beholder because it has the least amount of steps, I think. It said 6 steps. So we're going to start with this one and see how it goes. And then, because these ones have 8 steps. We're going to start with the least one and see how it goes and kind of go from there. So let's see if we can open this without completely destroying the packaging. I do think it was kind of genius how they did package it because it does fit very nicely together like this, like interlocking like that, both for like shipping purposes probably, oops sorry, and display. Oh, there's more tape. But yeah, today we are using tiny knife. This is instructions. Okay, yeah, we're gonna put that aside for now. See if we can't figure it out for ourselves first. It's slightly smaller than I thought it would be, but I think this is actually an appropriate size. So this one should be fairly simple. Just open up all the legs. Oh, that's already really creepy. Oh gosh. Let's see here. This is also something. Oh, it's got eyeballs on his wings. I don't like that. Oh, this is terrifying. This one might just stay a D20. I don't like it. I really don't like those. Okay, the Beholder is probably like my least favorite thing about D&D. There's like fantasy settings. Oh, his eyeballs. Oh god. He's so creepy looking. Ugh. No thank you. No thank you. But yeah, so there's the front. You can push him out or push him back. I don't know, that might just be for like... Oh no, his mouth opens. So a nice little touch here is that these parts here are flush. But there is a little notch there where it is uneven, so you can get your finger in there, and I think that's really smart. Like, it might not look, like, smooth on the outside, like when it's all tucked in and everything, like, it might not look totally perfect. Actually, it doesn't look that bad, because it is kind of textured on this one, and this one, so it kind of hides the fact that it's uneven right there, so you can get your finger in. That's smart. Unless it's not intentional, in which case, bad design. So the 6 steps are to, oh no, push him forward. I see. Yeah, I think I kind of did that. Oh, there we go. He comes out further. I didn't want to push it, like, force it in case he wasn't meant to be like that. But I guess so you can get his jaw open more. Oh boy. Oh yeah, there it is. The dreaded smile. Let's do this one. Get out tiny knife. I don't know which side is forward. I assume this is the back. I'm gonna go ahead and start kind of pushing pieces around and seeing what happens. Ah, okay. So it's like a Bionicle. Like, I don't know if you ever saw the original ones, not the Gen 2s or whatever, where they like they got their little arms and they like swing up. I guess butterfly doors would be a better analogy. Oh, okay. So this is his dragon. This is his tail. That's pretty cool. Okay, so that spins around, and this flexes on a hinge. This is also on a hinge. Very good. That looks kind of painful for a dragon, but I guess it's the only way they can make it bend. Although it does look kind of upside down. Oh, that's kind of cute. He's all curled up in there. I don't know how well you can see him on camera because it is black. Let's get the last part of his tail up. Oh, there we go. There we go. That makes sense. Oh, he's got a really long tail. Look at that. It's like my my old roommate's cat. His tail was like the length of his body, and it didn't make any sense. So I couldn't find white paper, but I did find this legal pad. Or whatever. So that's, yeah, that's better. There you go. It's kind of cute. Those little horns that come in here. Did you know that goats, their horns can grow into their eyeballs? It's kind of scary, actually, because they could poke their eyeballs out, and then their brain, and then they die. So that's really morbid. But luckily this dragon's horns go into its mouth. Then the legs turn his feet so that they have claws. And then, can he stand? Maybe? Oh yeah, no, he can stand really well. It's like he's very well supported by his tail. So it took a little bit more finagling than the Beholder. But I do like how the tail is like in several segments so that it like uncurls properly. When you uncurl the ball. So I'm gonna have a heck of a time putting that back later. Maybe I'll record that just for funsies. But this is a really cool dragon. There we go. Alright. Moving on to number 3. Let's see how many, it has 8, right? I think this one also has 8. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna probably start with his tail. If we can figure out where that starts and ends. So maybe the wings again, yeah. There we go. Oh, it's kind of like a red Charizard with the blue wings. It's kind of cute. Alright, but they also are on hinges. He does kind of look orange in the video as well, but I guarantee you he is like a light red. But there goes his tail. Same design as the black one. So every like part is on hinges, so when you roll them up, nice and tidy. And then I just unfurl his leggies, his little arms, turn his claws back a little bit, and then bring his head up. There he is! Big ol' red dragon. His mouth moves. Do a big roar. Could probably uncurl his arms a little bit more. There we go. So he looks a little less. Oh, his body twists. That's interesting. I don't know if this one does. Oh yeah, it does. It does also twist. So you can really pose them any way you want as they're like gliding around. They can angle and stuff. That's kind of cool if you're like, I don't know, if you grew up with Bionicles like me, you understand the uncurling struggle. Putting them back is going to be so fun. I am kind of disappointed that like on the box or like the picture or whatever, like he's a little bit chonky, and he's not chonky in this design. I think these are just supposed to be on the bottom. I don't know. Because it looks like they're supposed to be on the top. I don't know how. Oh, maybe. Hold on, let's read the instructions. Maybe that's why his body spins. Yeah, you're supposed to turn his legs over so that the tail is right side up. Oh, okay, okay, we can do that. There we go, now the tail's in the correct position. Huh, that's kind of clever actually, how they did that. The body doesn't exactly line up anymore, but like, that's fine. It is interesting that like this is still, like this piece, this is still painted. I guess they can't really paint the outside. Unless they put if they put the Dungeons and Dragons symbol here instead, it would blend a little bit better. I'm thoroughly impressed with the design of this toy. I really am. These are really cool. And like, if you don't want them to be out or like you don't want them to take up space on your shelf, because like the wingspan and stuff, you can just fold them back up and like keep them as D20s and look a little less like a child when your friends come over to play D&D. It's like, oh yeah, I just got these giant D20s, you know, instead of transforming toys. You can actually use it as a D20 too. So just for the sake of the video, I will try to put this dragon back into the ball, or into the D20 formation. And we'll see how difficult it is. Because I mean, it's 8+. How hard could it be? How hard should it be, is the question. Okay. So you definitely have to finagle it a little bit and like kind of position the arm interestingly. Like it kind of has to bulge out from the leg I don't know, at least that's how I had to position mine. Once I got that kind of figured out, because like it does have some room to like bulge out because this cups it, you can like kind of tuck everything in. So yeah, there's still some gaps, which I'm fine with, honestly, if it's just sitting on my shelf. But yeah, you can just finagle with it, see what works best for you. But yeah, it's not too difficult. It's better, it was easier than the Bionicle, honestly. Like, I don't know if that's because I had experience with the Bionicle and just kind of like trying to mess with it and play with it a little bit so that it fits best back together. But I had an easier time with this than the Bionicle, so 10 out of 10 would recommend if you've used Bionicles before. Yeah, so that's gonna be it for today. I'm very excited that I have them. I'm very excited that they're not like, that they're durable. That they feel durable, they don't feel cheap. And they're not too difficult to finagle. Like, look at that. There's a gap, but like, it's fine. It's honestly fine, like I don't mind. Maybe that bothers some of you, maybe you'll spend a little bit more time trying to figure this out. But for me, this is perfectly fine. So that's gonna be it for today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. I don't normally do like toy reviews like this, but I do open like a lot of cards. Mostly Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, but I am looking into like branching out a little bit maybe. But I do post also like gaming stuff. So if you're interested in that, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to see if and when I post next. And until next time, remember to be kind, be safe, and I'll see you in the next video.